We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First play, Wilson wants to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good, but this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They go play action with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finding space at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Saints, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third down and 6. In motion, the tight end. On third down, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. You look at this Jaguar defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. From the 10, 1st and goal. Now Wilson changing the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2000...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He got 29 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Inside handoff now, Miller. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Saints sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Etienne, and he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. In motion left goes a tight end. A first down carry now for Miller. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it again with Miller. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Miller running right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of a quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Lawrence from his end zone. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And Shaheed going to go in motion. On the counter, it's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Second and 10. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down. They've got his man complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. In motion right, Olave. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the run zone. Now a handoff to Miller. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by Olave. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they needed 2. They can only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. the 33, 2nd and 9.
13, Lou. Take right, open. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Go, let's go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown! Chris Olave. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
11.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Etienne fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Lawrence. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
And the pressure gets to him again. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Wilson wants a different look. That one looks like he'll throw here. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Agnew now to return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Wilson wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. But like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.